Let's go, Toronto Blue Jays Game 3. 3 hours before Dana White Contender Series Week 9. F3's here, ready to go. Sorry I'm late. I just don't give up. No, I'm just kidding. I had NHL Fantasy Draft to do a little bit late this week with Dana White Contender Series picks. Can't miss a week, so let's get straight to it. Can't waste your time. We got 3 hours to go. We're starting off with the biggest favorite this week, and he is growing as a favorite. This fight does not make sense. All right. We see Rafael Pergentino at a fight organization in a gym, basically the corner of a gym, not a real cage. And there was midget ring girls there as well. Level of competition, suspect. All the guys that he fought, Rafael Pergentino, are garbage. His level of competition is garbage. Luke Fernandez has fought pretty decent guys. Came off a decision win in his last fight. He can go 15 minutes. In this fight, he should not need 15 minutes. Should be a quick finish here for Luke Fernandez. Unfortunately, he's not getting a good fight on Dana White's Contender Series. It's a fight he should run through his opponent. He will be tested in the UFC once he gets his contract. His last fight was a decision, slightly tested, could not find the finish. But before that, at CFFC, he found a knockout over Greg Ellis, 8-5. Another knockout win to Parker New, 4-2, and a knockout win to a guy that was 1-0. His level of competition is not great, but goddamn, it's better. He's a huge favorite, and he should win easily round one in this fight. If it goes over 5 minutes, Luke Fernandez is not going to cover his price tag. He is the biggest favorite this season on Dana White's Contender Series. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. Even a prop, if you want to take this one, look at the submission round one for Luke Fernandez. On his amateur scene there, he had a couple submission wins. He just submitted Phil Haas round one with the anaconda choke. And on the amateur scene, he had a anaconda choke, rear naked choke, punches from Mount, Americana, all round one finishes on the amateur scene. In this fight versus a bomb, I think he gets it done round one. All right, not over complicating it, not wasting your time. The next fight is the closest fight tonight, Tuesday night, in front of Dana White. And it's a guy that fights at American Top Team, Donovan Hendrick. He doesn't look like the more physical, imposing fighter at the face-off zone, and that's what worries me. He's my pick. He's majority of people's pick in this fight. He is a slight favorite, but it worries me that he's not more physically imposing. Obviously, Luis Felipe Diaz was supposed to fight 3 other opponents at Season 9 Dana White's Contender Series. All fights fell out. Now Donovan Hendrick is stepping in relatively short notice here. He has all round one finishes. We have not seen him go late, but I believe he could win in round 2 early in this fight or knock out round 1. Hendrick is training at American Top Team. He fought a year and 3 months ago. When you look at the other side, Luis Felipe Diaz has not fought in nearly 3 years versus a guy that was 2-0. He fought some decent guys, lost all those fights by a decision, I do believe. He might have been finished a few times too, so I'm not sure where he's headed at 30 years old in his career, 15-15. Give me Donovan Hendrick, 6-0 here, undefeated, to remain undefeated, although he does not look like the more physically imposing fighter. All right, Luis Felipe Diaz has the muscle in this fight, and that could be a problem. He could hit harder, and he could find the knockout finish. Maybe if you want to take under 1.5 rounds, play the total rounds in this fight. Don't get attached to a money line, and maybe don't even bet this fight because, like I said, Donovan Hendrick might be able to find the finish round 2 here. That's my official pick. Round 2 KO for the slight favorite, undefeated. Don't love the pick. Might not do much with it. The next one I do like a lot here. This guy fought at the Ultimate Fighter. He lost by a split decision. Maybe he should have won. All right, now he gets a second chance. Dana White's Contender Series. He's still undefeated other than the Ultimate Fighter fight there. And it's a nice Mexican prospect on the rise, 25 years old. Amonle Rodriguez versus Roque Jr., 10-2, also 25. Seems to be a decent prospect as well. And he was a bigger underdog. Money coming in on this Brazilian here. And I am taking the Brazilian in this fight with more experience. And his last fight was a nice knockout win. He has power on the feet, as well. His hands are just as powerful, in my opinion, as Rodriguez. A lot of people are giving him a little bit too much value with his knockout power for 125. But on the other side, Roque Jr. has knockout power as well. 7 knockout wins for him, 2 submissions, and only 1 decision. Most of Jr.'s wins are by knockout. And I think he can knock out Rodriguez in this fight. It's going to be a close one, but the odds are a little too wide for me. The plus money is very intriguing. Now, Jr. has suffered defeat before. Well, I guess Rodriguez did too at Ultimate Fighter split decision. He's also very hungry, but Jr.'s unanimous decision loss in 2023 was to a 20-6 fighter, unanimous decision. I think later in this fight, Jr. might have the cardio to gas out Rodriguez and possibly find a round 3 finish. You look at the side of Jr. He has 5 round 2 finishes, no finishes in round 3 yet. And Rodriguez is solely getting his finishes in round 1. He does not have a round 2 finish yet. His second fight and first fight ever were round 2 finishes. Every other fight since that were round 1 finishes. Not a lot of octagon time. I think later the fight goes, the underdog will capitalize. And that's about all I'm going to say. Obviously, the Mexican prospect is motivated in this spot off a Ultimate Fighter split decision loss. And he is the favorite. Bookies respect him. Money coming in on Junior. I'm picking Junior. I'm taking a light bet here. Tuesday night, you don't want to go overly heavy on these fights. Manage the bankroll wisely, and let's get the win. This is going to be a banger fight. Hopefully the Brazilian can get it done. Maybe play the fight not to go the distance, right? You got 2 knockout artists. It should be a banger. Next one, Venezuelan 16-1 versus a Russian 12-3-1, who is 5 years younger. The Russian, he does not look very tall at the face-offs. And looking at the tail of the tape, he's 5'3". He is very, very small. Very small. And I think it's going to hurt him in this fight. He's lacking a 6-inch reach advantage as well in the striking department and grappling department. I don't think he can get it going versus the Venezuelan. Now, Adrian Marinetti should be able to mix it up wherever he wants in this fight. He's training at the UFC PI as well down in Mexico, and I think he's motivated for a win here. His last fight didn't last long. It was a shoulder injury. He has something to prove here. He's 16-1. Incredible record. Won his last, 14 fights, I think. He's on a big run here. He's tough to beat. And a guy with 3 losses, I don't think it's going to be the guy to beat him here. But we'll see. Anything can happen. Tuesday night in front of Dana White. Somehow the underdog is the Venezuelan. That is 16-1. But recency bias, he just beat a guy debuting by shoulder injury. So other than that, I think the Venezuelan has some promising wins. Obviously, he has way more experience, and he's only lost 1 fight a long time ago. Don't understand the plus money on this fight, so I'm taking a bet here as well. Go light, manage the bankroll wisely. Obviously, if the Venezuelan is not victorious, you don't want it to hurt the entire night. Mix the bets up. Don't make 100 bets on one night. Maybe like 3 or 4 spots that you want to bet. Don't go heavy. Don't go crazy. We got one more fight to talk about here, and this Russian is a big favorite. But it worries me a little bit because on the other side, the Brazilian has knockout power. He is a round 1 finisher, and it's Lucas Caldas, 6-1. He suffered defeat before, but it was disqualification, so it wasn't a real loss. With the first round power, after that, I think he's going to start to fade. And with the grappling, he will struggle versus the Russian Magomed Zainukov, who trains with Islam Makhachev and the Khabib Nurmagomedov corner and Jim. Good luck. Good luck. He's training with Islam Makhachev. You're going to get taken down and smashed. And the funny thing about this Dagestan wrestler is he likes to ground and pound. No submission wins yet for him. All knockout wins, 2 decisions in his last 2 fights. I do expect him to find the finish in this fight. Maybe he can find the submission, his first ever. But I do like his ground and pound opportunity here in round 1 with the blitz coming his way from the Brazilian. I think he can counter punch a knockout finish round 1. Now, if he doesn't, he's going to win the fight. He's going to dominate with the wrestling, grappling, and striking. And he won his last 2 fights by a decision. But we all know Dana White does not want to see a decision. His corner should be telling him, we have to go for the finish here. We have to go for the finish here. So he should find the finish. Round 1 blitz coming his way from the Brazilian. So hopefully he can find that counter shot, knockout finish round 1. If not, later round 2, he should find it. At some point in this fight, he should find the finish. Now, last week, we seen the Russian not get the contract. That is a reminder with 2 weeks left. Dana White wants the finish. If you don't get the finish, you're probably not getting that contract, right? So, got to be very, very hungry for the finish in front of Dana White Tuesday night. And the Brazilian certainly will be. A lot of round 1 knockouts. Let's see if the Russian, as a favorite, can find the counter shot. Maybe he gets knocked out. So let's hedge bet with the Brazilian round 1 KO as well. Like I said, anything can happen on a Tuesday night in front of Dana freaking White. Thanks everybody for listening in. We had a few people listening this week. Fatal, thank you for popping by. And it's Steve's brother in the chat. He's thinking Volgden, Hedrick, Roque Jr., also Khabib's boy. But those odds are not great. And I just mentioned that. The odds on Khabib's boy aren't great. The Brazilian blitz coming his way. We could hedge bet with the round 1 KO bet for the Brazilian, Lucas Caldas. Other than that, Khabib's boy should be fine. Training with Islam Makhachev each and every day in that room as well. So I don't think he's going to struggle too much. He should be UFC ready as well. Let's see what he can do in this fight. He is a big favorite. It's a price to pay, but he should get it done. Main event. Counter shot round 1? I think so. Like the video before you go. Comment down below, and we'll be back for week 10, the final week of season 9, Dana White's Contender Series. We're back for the Prop Fiend show this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, possibly 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So stay forecasted. Get ready to go. Giveaways coming right up this week. And I believe Husky Hustler is howling, ready to make an appearance. He'll be back for the Prop Fiend show. Ready to get paid with the Fiends.